Hey guys, welcome back to Struggleville YouTube channel. Now you guys know I am a DeWalt guy, but that being said, they can't all be winners. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 worst DeWalt tools. And the first of the worst is the DeWalt 20 volt max 550 PSI cold water cordless battery power cleaner, coming in at $149. This uses your 20 volt batteries, comes with a hose of its own, or can hook up to your garden hose. Before I get into my personal experience, because this is a tool I own, let's read some of the reviews on the DeWalt Power Cleaner. Steve says, garbage! Wanted this to make a washing car easier than dragging out a real pressure washer. Doesn't spray much more than a garden hose does already. Connector broke within 5 minutes, rendering this tool useless. Not going to go get an adapter to make work, just returning total garbage. Alex says, junk components. I took my chances buying this pressure washer, disregarding all the negative reviews. How'd that work out for you? About the quick connect breaking, I thought I would buy it and be very careful when using it. The black quick connect broke on the 3rd use, planning on returning it to Home Depot for a refund. Not worth the hassle, replacing and continuing to break. Not a reliable tool. Toolman says, more pressure through a straw. If you're looking to waste $150, this is the product. I can get more pressure out of a garden hose with my thumb over the end than this thing. Really disappointed in the lack of pressure from this thing. Don't waste your time. Just buy a nozzle for your garden hose. At least that doesn't need recharged every 20 minutes. Cannon says, please do not buy. I can spit with more pressure than this. I bought this as a gift for my dad for light cleaning on his pier and around the house. First off, it does not work well at all with a hose connection. They don't give you enough room to attach a hose, and if you try some adapters, the unit leaks. And once you do finally get it connected to a water source, the gun leaks from every possible spot on the wand to where you won't have any pressure and you'll get soaked. I can spit with more velocity than this thing. Even the battery compartment, which should be waterproof, ended up filling with water, drenching my battery. Not to mention, it's heavy as all get out. Taking it back and getting him a bigger Ryobi plug-in washer. Not much more expensive, and it'll actually work. And to throw in my own personal 2 cents on this item, yes, the little connector on the end, it has this plastic connector, goes in over here, and being all plastic, you figure you got the hose connected to it or whatever, very easy to break. Now, my personal biggest problem, okay, it has no pressure. That's a totally big problem. Very, very low pressure. I wanted to like this tool so much. The hose, it kinks very easily. If it has any bend or twist, there is no suction power to get through it. It is just constantly kinked. Normally, I like a little kink. In this regard, the kink breaks it also. No good. Next of the worst DeWalt tools is the 20 volt max cordless compact heat gun flat hook nozzle attachment. This is $179 as a bare tool. So there it is there. Another one that I do own myself, and I'll tell you my opinion in 1 second, but let's check out these reviews first. Home Depot customer says, wow, I was shocked. Usually DeWalt has good tools, such as I own many, but this warm air gun is worthless to me. I'm returning it today. Sorry, DeWalt. This one's a bust. Home Depot customer again. This is by far one of the worst products I have ever purchased. Battery ran out after 5 minutes. Max junk. Don't buy. Waste of money. Great idea, but doesn't work. It gets hot, yes. The blower on it is so weak you have to be 2 inches away from the heat to actually reach the surface. Works okay for heat shrink tubing on wires, that's about it. MD says, absolutely the worst piece of equipment I have bought, and most expensive for the piece of crap it was. Here's the thing about this heat gun. One, it is a battery hog. Any tool that creates heat is going to be so. Now, I saw they paired this with a 3 amp hour battery at one point, and that's too small of a battery to run. The smallest I would run is a 5 because it sucks batteries. I mean, it just sucks in general. But it also sucks batteries, and it doesn't get very hot. The fan speed is super low because think of it, it's already not getting very hot. If you put a powerful fan on this thing, people would complain even more about it not getting hot. The one person called it a warm gun. That's the problem. More wind dissipates the heat even faster. We're just not at the technology level for these cordless heat guns, although it does work really good for heat shrink tubing and like solder seal. There's some little things I actually do kind of like it for. But overall, Just get a much cheaper, more reliable, better plug-in heat gun. Next of our worst DeWalt tools is the 600 peak amp jump starter with digital compressor USB power bank. This one's actually on sale, normally $169 down to $129 for the jump starter here. Let's check out those reviews. Tyler says, own two, both junk. As someone who actually uses their tools, good for you, I was excited to find this product for jump starting trucks and inflating flats. However, after 2 units failed, I believe they are junk. Both stopped working except the air compressor. The charger plug is inconvenient, unlike cheaper models. Now I have a useless yellow brick. A little yellow brick road going. First brick. In my shop to warn others about. DeWalt really dropped the ball on this one. Robert's Garage. Great onboard tools, but junk. All the tools like the air compressor, the 120 volt plug would be great if the entire thing wasn't a piece of junk. It would have settled for just a jump starter if it worked. Third one didn't last more than 2 months or 3 uses. I'm done with it. Frank says, very disappointed because I have all DeWalt products and I was hoping this was as good. This item was defective in 3 ways. The tire pressure gauge was off by 3 psi. The status light never went off and it never reached full charge after 3 days. He says, this thing sucks. How about that? Biggest piece of junk. All it does is beep at you. Literally, all it just does is beep at you. I know some women like that. Now, this is one of the items in this video that I do not own, but let me tell you, jump starters are amazing, and we're starting to see a lot that are jump starters with inflator combos. And I post Amazon promo code deals for these things on my website, TheStruggleville.net, all the time. So if you're interested in something like this, but want one that actually works, check it out because they're also much more compact and they're not $129. I'll get you one for under $40. It'll be a jump starter. It'll be an inflator. It will actually work. Next are the bad tools. We got the DeWalt 20 volt max cordless electric. It's a hybrid portable inflator, normally $169. It's a special buy right now for $149. Another one I own, and I will give you my experience. For this one, we don't even need reviews. I posted this video on my Struggleville 2 channel a couple years ago showing you it not working. So this is supposed to be a hybrid item that works off the batteries and the plug-in that you can plug into a 12 volt DC outlet. Mine only works when plugged into the 12 volt outlet, will not work when running off a battery. And really, the battery, that's the showstopper. That's the part you want to work. The 12 volt thing is kind of like a toss-in, like, oh good, it also works plugging into a 12 volt outlet. No, it needs to work on the battery. So this one, total junk. The last of the worst, the DeWalt 20 volt max. By the way, another one I own myself. What's up with that? Why do I own all these bad DeWalt tools? 20 volt max, 2-gallon cordless and corded wet dry vac. This is the 581H because there are similar models. Priced at $135.99 currently. Let's check out those reviews. Hollis Esquire says, disappointing. This unit seems to have very little suction. The hose is short. Now, let's not disparage a short hose, okay? Let's not bring short hoses into this. To capture dust from another tool, is one supposed to hold it up in the air? Also, it does not come with an extension, or even seem to have one available. I have to bend over to use it. Hey, I think I am going to return it. Too bad, my other DeWalt tools are great. MS says, glorified dustbuster. Looks impressive, sounds impressive, but performs subpar at best. I know some women like that too. It has about as much suction power as a dustbuster, and that's when it's plugged in. I've used it 4 times. Probably going to sell it. Make it someone else's problem. Anonymous says, no suck for your buck. Well, that's a shame. I like a suck for my buck. Pretty disappointed with unit. That's what she said. No suction power as expected. Why'd you buy it if that was expected? Even directly connected to household wall outlet. I have 2 shop vacuums, one handheld in shop. This unit, however, lacks suction. At 2.6 amps, it's terribly underpowered. Christmas gift, that's why you bought it. So returning does not seem to be an option. Buyer beware. This unit does not meet DeWalt standards. Surprised it. I don't know why you surprised it. Mets Jets. first week the hose broke. I have to return it. And that's where I come in. So as I said, I have this vacuum. It is pretty terrible. Here's the problem. The hose is awful. I've gone through two. DeWalt did replace it as a warranty the first time. The second one broke, and then I was just like, oh, forget it. I'm tired of this now. Because it snaps right here where it comes to the plastic portion right there. And it's super short, so it's easy to break because you're yanking on it and everything because it's a half-foot hose. It's like 6 inches, okay? The little wand that goes into the handle is as long as the entire hose. And what I did, I glued it back together, but then it can't spin around the ring anymore, so it just makes it very cumbersome to use. But yeah, the hose just keeps breaking, and then it broke in other spots along the way, and I would just keep duct taping it all together. Right now, there's more duct tape on the hose than black-ribbed plastic. So the vacuum sucks in all the ways that you don't want it to. So there you have it, guys, the 5 DeWalt tools that get roasted with 1-star reviews. Now, DeWalt does make some good tools, but these, not so much. So you tell me, did I miss any? What is the worst tool you have ever bought? And one last thing before I go. Did you know that there's a bunch of DeWalt branded tools that DeWalt doesn't even make? That video is going to be coming up, so if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.